episode of Out of the Office with Jordi Gili.
Today we are at the EU Startup Summit. We're going to be seeing how startups are using technology to grow. So we're going to be interviewing a couple of startuppers to understand how they hack growth using technology, digital and social. Stay tuned, let's see what they say.
We're a Saas solution that is built to improve employee engagement in larger companies. Right? So if you look to the problem, that 85% of the global workforce is disengaged. Those are people that are not as happy as they could be, right? They have social interactions, they come home, and if you have, across Europe on average 38 hours work weeks of this like shadow where you're not as happy as you could be, that affects as well your personal relationships. And now for those companies, that comes with a massive cost, right? That people are being more often sick, people are not as productive as they could be, or they're simply leaving. And now what we believe is that employee engagement is not solely built by celebrating the big achievements, right? We're very good at like, hooray, we have this €5 million contract, which happens like once in a blue moon. But we believe that it's built by celebrating and recognizing the day-to-day contributions of every single individual team member. And so we've built this software that gamifies what you do in your work, your operations. And you can earn points by the work that you already do. And so those points, they have a monetary value that you can exchange for, the gifts to your choosing.
Nice. Well, that's an excellent business-to-business software and platform. I hope you have great success. But this channel is about business growth. Yep. And we are here at the EU Startup Summit. You're going to do a presentation later on. So I'd like to understand, how do you plan to grow? What's your strategy to grow?
Good. I think before we go into growth, I think it's very important to understand how to start, right? Because that's most of the problems. And when I'm speaking to other founders, you normally get into the conversation of, we need to raise funds.
Okay. Yep.
My approach to this is you don't need investors, you need customers, and if you have customers, then the investors will come, right?
Right.
And so the way that we did this, for example, is we have a launching customer, Cent, right? So Cent is a mailman company in the Netherlands. They have 20,000 mailmen. And what we've did is we built a mock-up of this is going to be the platform, and then together with Cent, we came to an agreement where they actually prepaid their licensing for the first 2 years.
Okay.
So we didn't need investment, and we were able to directly start building it.
That's great.
And now, why am I saying that? Is because that changes the growth strategy, right?
Absolutely.
Rather than, no, we need money in order to grow. Now it's that, hey, we need customers, we need customers. And so, because of the size of companies that we're targeting, we mainly do direct sales.
Exactly.
Right? We do use a lot of LinkedIn, right? I think it's a wonderful tool in order to allow you to understand somebody's company, right? Because it's not only about finding a person in a company, it's finding the structure and where is this person.
Understanding the client.
Exactly. And so this allows us to do that. And so in terms of growth, we're now focused mainly on Spain and the Netherlands. Okay. So this year, 2019, for us, it's about having 4 launching customers, which would allow us then to consolidate the separate environments into an actual SaaS.
Yes.
And then 2020, we start scaling across the
So you plan to grow organically as the customer will pay for the...
Yes and no. We will go for growth capital.
Okay, good.
So for us, that would be
that growth.
Yeah, but that would solely be for growth, not in order to the platform is already built, right? We already did the validation. So we will go for growth capital, but that's solely to increase sales teams. Right?
I understand. And that's why we're here, because you're saying that most of that resources are going to be invested in the sales team. And so do you have, how does digital and social will play a role in this growth? You just mentioned LinkedIn. Do you think that this will be a core part of your strategy for growth?
No, yeah, absolutely, right? Because if you look to the giants that we're competing with, they have massive teams. So if we go on a workforce, it's impossible that we will beat them, right? So, there's a lot of Well, we were talking about growth hacking before, right? There's a lot of automation that we need to build in order to be able to compete with these large teams. And so for us, social is and the automation that we can do with social is one of the...
Automation, artificial intelligence, and social and digital is going to be part of your strategy.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. So great, Jasper. I thank you very much for being with us today, and it's been great to learn from your experience, and I wish you lots of success.
Thank you very much.
A pleasure.